Hello Sagittarius, and welcome to Positive Light Tarot. My name is Tracy and I am so happy that you've joined me here this week. This is your weekly reading for September 22nd to the 28th. So first of all, welcome to those of you that are new to my channel. Thank you for being here. And those of you that are returning, welcome back. Thank you so very much for all the likes, shares, for subscribing, for commenting, for hyping up my videos. Truly shows your love and support, and it really helps me. So I want to really express my deep sense of gratitude for you. Thank you. All right, Sagittarius, as you know, I'm Sun Sagittarius, so I think a lot of my energies, of course, are connecting with your energy. And let's see what that means for this week's reading. All right, we have our angel message that we are going to gather right now. And I'm going to take that one because I'm going to take it and read it now, but I'm keeping that one for the end. This happened with Aries as well. I'm finding with the fire signs, it's like there's multiple messages that are really wanting to come through. So bear with me as we get through this reading. But let's start with 0909, because obviously this is something that before we get into anything that the angels really want you to know, and it's about new beginnings. So you are on a journey of new beginnings. It says there's great chance, opportunity, courage, accomplishment. There's some endings and some conclusions, and there's, for some of you, big love. It says look out for an opportunity that might be a game changer. You're completing something major. It feels good to level up, doesn't it? Close the old chapter because a new adventure will unravel. So you are ready for some sort of a new adventure here. And please keep in mind 0909. We know that nines are about completion. You know, they're about endings. They're about compassion, forgiveness, universal love. All right. And this is all about sort of closing that chapter and ready for that new chapter. Let's get right into your incoming energies here. So let's find out incoming energies for the beautiful sign Sagittarius. We're moving through the last full week of September. All right, we've got two energies here. We've got the consciousness of lack, number 5. I think you may be looking at things in your life where you feel maybe need some improvement. Where is it that I'm lacking? Am I lacking in love? Am I lacking in ambition? Am I lacking in finances? We all go through those moments where we're reassessing our life. We're kind of sitting back, we're looking at things. A lot of this could have to do with that partial solar eclipse that happened, that happens on September 21st. This reading, of course, I've time stamped it for September 22nd, starting that week, but it certainly doesn't mean that these energies and that you know doesn't transpire earlier. Consciousness of lack. What is it in my life that I'm lacking? And if I am lacking and I feel it, what am I going to do to improve it? Because Sagittarius, you're one you're taking the bull by the horns. Don't know why that came up, but you are. It's like you're taking the associated action necessary to find out, first of all, step one, what areas of my life needs improvements? Step 2, what is the course of action that I need to do to put a stop to that, to put a stop to feeling it? And then what action can I do to actually change things? You're ready for change. And I see that because you've also got number 1 energy, courage. You've got the courage to face the things in life that you know that you may be lacking in certain areas. If it means that you need to get some more education, or you need to, you know, figure out how to be more resourceful with your money, or whatever the case is, you know, how to open yourself up more emotionally to attract, you know, supportive energies into your life and open up your friendships. You know, you're figuring out what you need to do, and you have the courage to do it because you're facing your biggest fears. You know, you've got the energy to do it. Why not run with that energy? Because new beginnings are certainly coming in for you. Let's look at the bottom of the deck for you. This is your current energies. Wow, seriously, unbelievable. All right, let's start with number 6, events, milestones. I think that you are achieving milestones. I think that there's some things that already have come to completion for you. So let's say, for instance, you know, there was a contract or an agreement or something that you just completed, okay? You've hit that milestone. So now what you're thinking is, okay, I'm happy that I achieved that first step of success, but there's still something lacking. There's still something missing. I want more. Okay, maybe you've got that. I want more. What's wrong with that? Nothing. right? Just shows that you're a high achiever. I want more. So now that I've completed that first step of the milestone, what is it that I'm lacking to get to the next stage? I'm figuring out what I need and I have the courage to face it. Because you show great gratitude, number 4, consciousness. This great gratitude, when we show and we appreciate all of the blessings that are coming in for us, even when we feel in those moments of lack, we still see the positive sides of where we can grow, because this shows that you're ready to grow. You're seeing that, hey, I'm not perfect. I know that there's things that I can do to improve my situation. So showing the gratitude and the blessings for all of the things that you have now brings so much more abundance your way, and you're opening again. Look at, there's new beginnings. What is with all these new beginnings? So many synchronicities for you this week. New beginnings is a huge, huge part of the process in which you are going through. All right, let's get these cards. Let's get right into this. Let's get the first 3 cards for you. We're going to get 9 cards and we will, of course, clarify them. So first 3 cards, 1, 2, and we need 1 more. Thank you. We've got the Princess of Coins. See, something is in its infancy stage. Something is beginning towards some sort of, it could be a job, a financial investment. It's something that's just right in the beginning phases though. And the Princess of Coins almost seems to be the message that is linked to it. So there is some sort of communication that is coming in, that it could be an offer or a proposal of some sort. It could be a contract. It could be, again, it could be your willingness to learn a new strategy, because coins is earth energy, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy. We are just exiting Virgo season, but we did have that powerful new moon. And I think that you could be planning a new strategy because you're really, really accessing something within you that brings you more clarity on what it is what you might be lacking, which in turn helps you increase what it is you need, what you want in your life. It's through a plan. It's through a plan or a strategy. And I believe there's a proposal or an agreement attached to it. The Queen of Swords is the clarity behind it. So this is what we want to see, right? We want to see this Queen of Swords because she's going to give truth. She's going to give clarity. She's going to give knowledge. She's not so much emotional, but that's okay. We're really not too worried about the emotional impact of any of this right now, because what's most important is that if this is a contract or an agreement, that everything and the details within this contract make sense, that it provides you with the information that you need to move forward. And I do believe it is some sort of contract or agreement, because the 2 of Cups can be that. It can be love. It can be a partnership. It can be soulmate energy. It could be yin and yang energy. Those partnerships can be love. They can be friendships. They can be family commitments. It can be work-related partnerships. I feel like there's almost a new contract. It could be a new partnership that you're joining forces with, and it's a contract that you have to really make sure follows the guidelines, follows your guidelines as well, follows what you envision here. Let's look at the Princess of Coins and the Queen of Swords, because I truly believe it is a contract of some sort. 4 of Pentacles. Okay, so it could be a business plan. Now you're holding tightly onto something here because this shows great sense of stability. Now you've worked really hard up into the point in which you are right now. So we hold on tightly because that's something that is, I mean, it's very important for us to hold on to our finances, especially in this ever-changing world that we're in. But this is also a card that shows sometimes holding too tightly onto something doesn't allow growth. So we need to find the balance here. Let's keep going, and if we need to, we'll get more cards. Queen of Swords, 2 of Cups. There seems to be clarity within some sort of partnership or agreement. See if we can get some more understanding why the 4 of Pentacles came up with this as well. Ooh, that one really went flying. All right. Okay, so now it makes sense. Okay, so now with the 8 of Swords here, this is feeling fear of change, fear of obstacles, fear of almost feeling like there's limitations. All right, are you limiting yourself because you're holding too tightly onto something? So you have to figure out how you can get that balance. Let's now get a clarifier for I'm holding too tightly onto things, and it's making things a little bit more limiting for me. So how do I change that? What needs to happen in order to change that? Got the worries and the stresses. Let's get one more. The worry, the stress. Sometimes there's stories behind all of this. It takes a few cards. Because I'm feeling stressed because I know that there is a contract of some sort. Okay, here we go. All right, this is the motions that's happening, okay? There's a contract of some sort that is showing clarity, which is very important because it is some sort of agreement of some sort. And I believe it has to do with some sort of a partnership. You know, again, it could be a partnership agreement. You're holding on tightly, knowing very well that change has to occur, and that is fearful because you're a little bit worried and you're a little bit fearful of the changes that are taking place. Because you are discovering what points of your life or what parts of your life you're lacking. You have to remember that you have a very courageous spirit here. You have a very brave spirit that is ready to embark on a new path. You're ready for the new beginnings, but hence, it still makes things a little bit anxious for you. You have to figure out what it is you need to do to release something here, because change is occurring, and you are creating your own worry and stress by limiting yourself. Now, I feel like there is going to be some sort of change that comes into play, because what I'm seeing is the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups is happiness. It is blessings, but these are blessings that come after a period of struggle. So what you're struggling most about, having to change a situation or change something, actually ends up bringing you into a happy place. But you've got to go through the motions first. So first of all, it's discovering what is it that I lack. Then it's trying to figure out how you release the fear and anxiety and remove the blindfold. Take all of this clarity, put it together so that you can release what you're holding on to too tightly. Because what I think you're holding on too tightly is what you're thinking. It's your thought process. What in turn happens is it brings completion and happiness here for you. This is happiness and a rainbow after the storm, rainbow after that cloud. All right, let's get the next three cards. Sorry that this is going on a little longer. I hope that you bear with me here, Sagittarius, because there's lots of messages coming through. All right, you work so hard. Oh boy, see, you've got the Eight of Swords. You work so hard, and your fear lies within you. Like sometimes what you lack is maybe you're lacking a little bit of courage right now. All right, that could be for some of you. And if those of you that have a courageous spirit and you have that, that's fantastic. You know, we need some of us need to learn those skills. But let's start with the Page of Cups, or Page of Cups, Princess of Cups here. There's transformations that are taking place here, and I think they have to start on an emotional level. With these emotional transformations that are taking place, it's going to help you find release in what it is that's bringing you that sense of anxiousness or anxiety. The worry and the stress is going to fall away here because we have that Ten of Cups. But you've got to go through the process first, because that's what's going to help give you the strength to release that fear, okay? We have to release it. And I think it's getting in touch with your own emotions. It's something new. You're learning something new to really, it's almost new coping mechanisms. You're also learning something new about your own spiritual strength, and a lot of it through your intuition. Now, the Eight of Coins is all about the hard work and dedication that you put into things. And, you know, when something new does kind of evolve in our lives or inspires us, you know, it's important for you to really focus on the details of that one thing right now, because you've got a lot going on. But if you focus and put your attention and details into one thing and master that, you are going to feel stronger. This is where the courage starts to come in. But the hard work and dedication you're putting into something is creating this new path for you, this new beginning for you. But this new beginning comes with a little bit of fear, because I think it's something that is actually really, really life-changing here. And then you've got the Eight of Swords again. So we need to remove that blindfold. We need to remove that fear. That really, what you need to start realizing it, that there is limitless opportunities here for you. Don't put restrictions on the growth that can happen for you. All right, you've got 3 8s in your reading, so let's keep 8 as a very important number as well, please. All right, so we've got Justice here. Now, isn't that wonderful to see? Now, we will be this week, we will be moving into Libra season. So this is Libran energy, finding balance, peace, harmony with contracts. Again, so where there's been fear of maybe the details of a contract, not being able to release or relinquish the control of that, because in fear of maybe those little details. The Justice shows fairness. It shows balance. It shows the sword of truth. The scales are balanced here. So something that you're working on is it's almost like karmic balance. All right. This is beautiful energy to see. 8 of Coins, 8 of Swords. You're not limited because you put in a lot of hard work. The hard work is starting to pay off for you. Sagittarius. Thank you. Knight of Swords, fast-paced movement. The Knight of Swords comes in with a message. And you know what? This is exactly what you need, because you need to remove that blindfold quickly. You need to remove those swords at a fast-paced movement. This Knight of Swords could be an energy that comes in quickly. It gives you the answers and the clarity that you need. It brings justice. It brings balance. It releases you from what has been limiting you, what has been maybe preventing you from taking that next big step. Let's get the next 3 cards, please. All right. You've got lots of decisions and choices to make. It's the fear of making the decisions, right? You're holding on tightly here. Understood, all right? You know what it feels like to lack certain things in your life. And it's not a feeling that you want you don't want to go down that path anymore. You're ready to release it, you know? And at this pivotal time, new beginnings are part and parcel of everything that's happening in your current energies and in the energies that are coming in. Because we've got new beginnings, and then the courage is about new beginnings, and then we've got 0909, which is new beginnings. So it can't be any clearer here. So where a new door opens, decisions need to be made. So the 2 of Swords is, again, blindfolds. We got 3 blindfolds on this week. We have to figure out what it is we need. What is the information that we seek? What are the details that we need to remove that blindfold? Because then the decision will be clear. The 5 of Coins is your fear of lack. It's the same card, all right? What is it that I'm lacking in my life? Is it finances? Is it my relationship with money? Maybe I've got to change my way of looking at that. And you're holding on so tightly with the 4 of Coins again. Transformations are calling out to you. If you keep holding on so tightly, it's really hard to release that mask. Let's see with the 2 of Swords and the 5 of Coins. You need to have the relationship with your finances. You got to change that. Oh, you got another 4. Got 3 4s in your reading now about stability. The 4 of Swords is a healing card. It means that you are going through a healing process here. And that this stained glass window is showing that you are waiting for your blessings. You're waiting for those blessings to come in. I think that you have traveled a road that has been heavy, but you don't show it. I think that you embrace life and embrace change with a different perspective. And these are just the words that are coming out. The angels are trying to say, so yeah, there's times in your life where you feel you've got that blindfold on and you're not quite sure exactly what choices are going to be best for you. But you trust in the blessings and that guidance that comes in because I almost feel like you know that there's a great deal of protection around you. Let's look at the 5 of Coins and the 4 of Coins. If we want to change our relationship with our money situation and we want to get ourselves out of that sort of consciousness of lack, we have to release something. Let's find out. Spirit, angels, guides. You got 2 cards here. Wow, you got 2 good cards, okay? The 7 of Coins. You're evaluating your resources. You're evaluating your investments. Investments can be money. They can be the time and effort we put into our jobs. It can be the effort we put into our family, our friends, someone that we love. But it's an evaluation period, right? The 7, we're looking at, okay, so I've invested all of this and I see that there's growth. I actually am very happy that things are growing, but I might have a new opportunity here. So I need to evaluate something. I need to evaluate the things in my life. I need to evaluate the things that are tangible in my life. And I have to figure out, I have to make some sort of choice to allow transformations to take place. I need to bring some change into my life. Even I might be fearful of the change, but this change could actually bring me something even more lucrative, something beyond what I even expected. Because something is gearing up here towards your wish fulfillment. And, I think the karma energy, the karmatic energy, I know I say that word a lot, but with justice, it is all about balance. It is about fairness. It is about cause and effect. It is about truth. And finally being able to reveal a truth about what you need in your life at this point brings you in those blessings. It brings you closer towards what your wishes are. I think that the world is trying to align very much with what it is that you've been wishing and hoping for. And because you put so much hard work into it, remember that 8 of Coins is right in the center of the reading. It shows that you do not lack when it comes to hard work. I feel like something is contractually working out in great fairness for you. And if that contract is a spiritual contract, because the 2 of Cups might not necessarily be a handwritten contract, it could be a contract that you have with the spirit. I believe it's in alignment with your wishes. All right, let's get some angel messages here for you. Another deep reading. There we go. Excellent. You've got two cards. Let's start with the first one here. And what does that say? It is Underwater Caves. It says, find strength in surrender, allowing life to unfold with grace and acceptance, because life is unfolding. New beginnings are definitely part and parcel of what's going on this week for you. We see it in the energies alone. So you're finding strength, you're finding courage, and you're allowing life to unfold. And you're accepting it. You're accepting the shifts, the changes, because this is heavy on you. It's requiring you to make some significant changes in your life. Are you ready to release? Are you ready to let go and release? Neptune's palace, it says, let the currents of divine guidance lead you to your true purpose. So look at that. This here is just showing you that all of the currents, so all of the waves that are happening around you right now, are all being divinely guided, and they are actually leading you to that new venture, that new beginning. And that protection around you is what's giving you the courage to face it, because you're protected in this card too. You're full of your body is full of armor. I want you to watch out for fireflies. I think that at nighttime when you look out, especially if you live more in areas where fireflies might take place, fireflies might be a very key indication that spirit is watching out for you. And it could give you that sense, it'll give you that sense of peace, knowing that you are taken care of. Let's get your angel message through the animal spirit. All right, that's the animal spirit deck. Wow, you've got an elephant. Beautiful. It's all about greatness. It says, love is your strength. Leadership is your path. You need to start taking the lead. Your wisdom inspires everyone you meet. You can overcome any obstacle, and you will naturally and easily achieve success. Wow. Incredible. Lovely. All right. We've got a lot of synchronized numbers here. So I know for a fact, we've got to keep 8s. 8s are very important numbers. You've got lots of 8s. You've got a couple of 2s as well. And you've got 3 4s. So, and let's not underplay 9 9, because that's all part of your wish fulfillment as well. And although it can bring up a little bit of worry, these new beginnings, it's because change is happening. Change is inevitable. It's happening. It's all around you. So let's find out what this last message is for you. Good fortune. Oh my goodness. Wow. Good fortune 1331. It says advice, comfort, major change. We see it individuality and independence. It says have faith in your skills and talents as they are a tool that can provide you with a bright future. A piece of good advice, a moment of enlightenment, or a comforting message is on its way. Everything will work out in your favor. That's that Justice card right in the center of your reading. Good fortune is part and parcel of everything that's aligning for you here. I want to thank you so much, Sagittarius, for this reading and hopefully sticking to the end with it. I appreciate all your love and support, and please let me know in the comments how this resonates with what's happening in your life. Thank you so much, and until next week, sending love, light, and positive vibes.